The dark web is full of fun, hope, wonder, and dreams, I guess. Not really, it's horrible. It's literally one of the worst places on the planet. Don't ever go there. We're getting dark for today's video, guys. Welcome back to Most Amazing Top 10. I'm your host, Taylor McWaters. Set those browsers to incognito because today we're counting down 10 terrifying things recovered from the dark web. Here we go. Kicking off the list at number 10, Swatting Services. Not that SWAT. We'll kick this list off with a more popular dark web original. Swatting Services, to swat somebody, is, well, it's just that. You pay this dark web service like $20, and then somebody on the other end makes a fake call with their IP address and stuff all mixed up, and usually it's something life-threatening or an explosive is involved in this fake claim, and in orderly fashion, a SWAT team will just arrive. They'll literally kick down your door and you'll have no idea. Using phone number encryption or throwaway phones, it's rather easy, dare I say. The price to pay if you get caught for, getting a service like this is obviously not cheap, but still it's quite common. Clint Eastwood was swatted back in 2013. Even Simon Cowell got the heat in 2012. Somebody got a swatter to make a fake claim that the producer had been kidnapped, so they showed up and he was at home completely clueless. Imagine kicking down the door and seeing Simon Cowell there. He's like, that was absolutely dreadful. Get on out then, fix me door. The FBI is working alongside international agencies right now to put a stop to it because, well, it's a pretty horrible event for every party involved. Also for the SWAT. Taxpayers' money just gone. Just to kick a door in. Easy. Number 9, stolen goods. Wait a hot minute. People on the internet steal things? I feel sick. I feel betrayed. Yeah, this next one isn't surprising, but still it's pretty batshit insane. There's a professional kleptomaniac who will steal anything for you. He's out there somewhere. I'm not gonna say their name, but they're there. Just not the Declaration of Independence. They probably can't steal that. We've seen a movie on how hard that is to do. All you have to do is send them Bitcoin, a photo of what you want, and voila, stolen goods will arrive. All you have to do is pay a criminal through the dark web. How simple is that? This dude also just loves to steal regardless, because on his site or his little blog, whatever, he has items that he stole for people, but then they ended up backing out. Or things he's come across and thought, you know what, that would be really nice to sell through the dark web later on. Yeet. He just steals things and it's like, hey, does anyone want anything? I have tons of things. Horrible. Don't buy any stolen goods, ever. Number 8, always watching. One of my biggest fears when I'm using my computer is that my webcam is still somehow on and running and somebody's watching me. Like I'm covered in Dorito dust at 2 a.m. It's not a great sight. Cover that up. I put a little bit of tape there, that's how paranoid I am. Comment down below if you also tape down your webcams, you freaks. This next one comes from a Redditor who shared their experience with the dark web and their visit, and it gave me goosebumps. This was before Google, they say, when web pages were more or less just basic HTML with JavaScript. They were browsing random threads or blogs, early days of the internet, link to link type deal, reading about labradoodles, whatever you can find. Then they came across this thread that was like an early Twitter almost, just random accounts posting their random thoughts, and at the top of this thread there was a new post with their IP address, and in all lowercase text the message said, "We see you." No, bye. Normally that's not a huge deal, but the message was uploaded right when they were scrolling to the top, and when they clicked another link, another message popped up saying, "Hello there." Okay, there, Obi-Wan Kenobi looking ass. Now at that point, I would just break my webcam. It would be gone. I'd fold my laptop backwards. These files ended up tracing back to an IP address in Colorado for somebody who worked in some sort of medical department, so that's nice. In between procedures, he's like, "Hello there, welcome." Number 7. Credit cards. It comes to no shock that around 11 million Americans report credit card theft a year, and the dark web definitely is not helping that. There's this lovely service online that sells credit card information, social security numbers, anything of yours that you don't want out in the public, essentially. They got you covered. It's pretty twisted. The more money you pay, the bigger the account you get is, obviously. Also, I'm talking like money as in $20 to $80. And you have to pay in Bitcoin as well, so it's challenging. This sounds like a terrible idea on so many levels. $20 and then your life is ruined, as well as somebody else's. The FBI is on this. I mean, 11 million Americans go through this, so we gotta figure out something, right? Back in 2010, the FBI ran a fake site and ended up busting 24 scammers, saving around 400,000 victims. That's wild. That's a lot of people. They would have been screwed. Getting back at the rich is one thing, but paying $20 for a CEO's credit card, there you go right to jail. It's that way. Number 6, Netflix. I'm so private about my Netflix account, I have no idea why. Same as my Spotify, I just get anxious. I don't want people knowing that I'm watching glass blowing shows at 3 a.m. I keep that to myself. That's private time, that's for me. Or cooking shows. Those are both nice. But when it comes to the dark web, people might be using your account. Yeah, imagine somebody else finishing Ozark before you even get to. Worst crime of all. Your account is worth pennies, apparently. On these black market sites, you can piggyback off of a paying customer, have their login and password, and then just secretly use their Netflix. But again, if somebody was watching Peppa Pig at 4 a.m., odds are you'll be suspicious. So these accounts come and go often, hence the low asking price. This is a challenging part of the internet still, especially users that are older and not too aware of the dangers online. These fake emails go out saying it's from Netflix and they're requesting a password change and all that jazz. And people believe it, sadly. I myself almost fallen into one of these traps. I'm like, oh shit, Netflix just texted me about my credit card. I gotta go pay them back. I'm like, oh, Netflix just texted me about my OSAP payments. That's weird, I'm gonna go call them. Number 5, wish pills. Have you ever asked your wish for other wishes? Have you ever tossed a coin into a fountain and then wished all your dreams to just come true? If so, that's pretty normal. We're not gonna ask too many questions here. We've all had a birthday wish. We're dreamers here on Most Amazing Top 10, we get it. But would you ever buy a wish online, let alone buy a wish from the dark web? What does that even mean? Also, let's talk about it. Well, you can pay a small fee and receive a pill, just a pill, that supposedly will grant a wish. There's so much wrong here. I mean, first of all, never order any pill from the dark web. The place is of course littered with narcotics, so that'll go poorly most of the time. And secondly, what a waste of money. Shipping is not cheap. That pill is coming from Chris Angel's home. It's like at least $17. Maybe more. Number 4, mystery boxes. Perhaps one of the most compelling parts of the dark web has to be this mystery box craze. Do you remember this? I remember this. It was scary. YouTubers would just film themselves receiving a random item, or a box rather, from the dark web. Now these items range in designer clothes, maybe it's a new phone, or maybe it's something absolutely horrible. We love to gamble. 50-50. One YouTuber ended up pulling this child's book out, but it was already colored in with all these haunting images and colors. Sometimes you would get nothing as well. Yeah, it's like the internet's shady almost. YouTuber Alex Maynard tossed $100 towards this mystery exchange, and all they got was a note, handwritten of course, that said, "You shouldn't accept packages from strangers. Good luck." Honestly, I think it's the best case scenario here. Just receiving a life lesson instead of like, I don't know, a finger. I'll take it, that's good. Number 3, uranium. Ah yes, the key ingredient to making a nuclear weapon. Uranium, good stuff. Back in 1938, the world was changed forever when German nuclear physicists discovered nuclear fission. They discovered what would happen if an atom were to split. Well, what happens is it causes a massive explosion. The bombings at Hiroshima and Nagasaki alone, I mean thousands of lives were lost instantly, and we're still selling small amounts of uranium on the dark web. Humans are awesome. Great. The amount sold, of course, is incredibly small compared to the amount used in warfare, but still, don't buy uranium off the dark web. Don't buy any chemicals from the dark web for that matter. This is a list on what not to do, but what you can do right now is hit that thumbs up. Kind of, change the energy up. Don't buy uranium, instead hit that thumbs up. Number 2, alien footage. Honestly, there's one thing on this list that makes me kind of want to visit the dark web. This has got to be it. Tinfoil hats ahoy. Not a new phone, not a new watch, but alien footage. That's apparently something that can come your way. I would leave this freak a 5-star Yelp review if I could. Imagine paying an anonymous source some bitcoins and then you get this. This video was found in the depths of the deep dark web, and it's a little convincing. I mean, they're showing UFOs whipping through the skies now on news, so that's a normal thing, apparently. So who really knows? The footage is from 1992, and supposedly it was filmed in Switzerland, and it shows a cold little alien. Just a little dude. The typical look as well, the big eyes, the big head, humanoid shape, real Independence Day vibes almost, so odds are it's obviously fake. But again, what an odd thing to pay for and then receive from the internet. The full video shows different angles of this little alien being held up by wire in some sort of cold lab. Now, I'm not trying to convince you that aliens are real, at least not in this video. I'm trying to convince you instead to not look for videos of them on the dark web, because I had to browse and I saw some shit I want to see. Just don't. And finally, number 1, more mystery boxes. There's a lot of videos of YouTubers opening these things, and it's terrifying. So we figured we'd cap this list off with a few of our faves. Crypto NWO uploaded their mystery box adventure quite recently, and it's just as horrible as you'd expect. They opened up this stuffed bear wearing leather cuffs, and in the center of the stuffed animal's chest, there's a clock. I gotta say, the speed at which they pull this thing out, it looks like an explosive. Don't yank any clocks out from a dark web box ever. Oh my god. They continue and find clothes, a blue mask, like one of those, Jabberwocky masks that's blue, a green little skeleton rubber toy thing, and one of the scariest things of all time, a Luigi walkie-talkie. Yeah, this is when they throw on the rubber gloves, which is a pretty good idea. That's when it starts to get a little strange. Would you ever say hello to a walkie-talkie from the dark web? Are you insane? I would. I'd be like, who's there? Beep, 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 beep. The best part, perhaps, in this entire unboxing video is when they pull out what they think is a phone that vibrates. It's not. Guys, those are some examples of what not to do with the internet, and while talking about the dark web is fun and crazy and, we like doing it, I will remind you to stay clear of it. There's a lot of messed up stuff in here that I can't even mention on YouTube. It's super illegal, it's super sketchy, and super dangerous. We'll just talk about it. This is a safe place. Take your shoes off, relax, stay a while, subscribe, I don't know. I've been your host, Taylor McWaters. Go delete your history, and we'll see you next time on Most Amazing Top 10. Peace.